All right, yeah, this is the Gemisis GHT5. It's a 200-inch center. It's a 5-meter machine. Basically, it's all Siemens at this point. We can build them anyway, Fanuc or Siemens or whatever, but in this case, this is all Siemens. The main spindle motor is Siemens. We also, to get more than one speed range, we use a ZF transmission made in Germany, very dependable. Small hydraulic system, mainly for the little bit of need there is for hydraulics in this machine. If we need something like a chuck, then we'd install a bigger hydraulic system. The doors on this machine and the Siemens control, but the main door is actually interlocked with the cross slide so that it travels with the cross slide. It can be disengaged. We have it at this point disengaged, but it's locked so that when it moves back and forth, it's always enclosed. The chip area is always enclosed. The chuck guard, which we'll get back here in a second, the chuck guard also is interlocked, so if you move the chuck guard out of the way, the machine won't start. If you move this guard out of the way, unless you've shut it down, it won't start while you're working on the machine. It's set up for a probe, tool probe and part probe. There's a unit. There's your sending unit above. The cross slide is got all manual controls. We build it both ways, with or without manual controls. So this is manual feed in both directions. You're from the tailstock and back, or in and out on your cross slide. Your x-axis and your z-axis. The manual pulse generators can be used manually. The 4-position turret, Souter turret, is quite a large turret, so it's really designed for very heavy milling and turning. The milling head is mounted onto one position of the 4 positions of the turret. It's plugged in, and it can operate in a y-axis. So this is designed to do a y-axis move up and down. The spindle obviously will move in and out with your cross slide. It is 40 taper spindle. The main spindle motor goes through a gearbox, so we have a low and high range on the gearbox, which is manually selected. It's basically 15 horsepower, but it's a servo motor, so it gives that ability. You change the tool manually with a drawbar. So if you want to put another tool in it, you have to unscrew the drawbar, pull the tool out, put another tool in. This is the cross slide. Steady rest, lots of different sizes of steady rest. We can have hydraulic steady rest remotely operated in the back, or we can have fixed steady rest, many different sizes and many different styles of steady rest. In fact, this steady rest is designed that you can put covers over your rollers and actually put pads on it, and use it with bronze pads or nylon pads if you don't want to use the rollers. Tailstock. Tailstock has got we make standard tailstocks, we make hydraulic tailstocks, lots of different ones. This particular one is got it is live. So the spindle, this has a set of angular contact Timken style bearings in it, and it will rotate. It's very dependable. You take the chuck off. It's a standard mount, so it's an A mount, so you can mount a 3-jaw or a 4-jaw. The center that's installed would be a dead center because it's already live, so that would turn with the center on it or without, or you can even put a center in it and then clamp down on it with a chuck. The tailstock can be moved by the carriage, so if you don't have a steady rest on it, there is an interlock which is here, and you can actually come down, pick it up, move it, and then take it back, drop it off. It's something that that's a standard design that we've had for years.
The boring bar support.
Yep. You can install any style, anything you want on the cross slide, many different applications. A boring bar support we have would be mounted on the cross slide, and then we have an outboard support that is actually mounted on the saddle, so that it's what they call anti-tilting, so that it gives it more stability for a longer bar. a chip conveyor. This particular machine has a standard chip conveyor on it. The chip conveyor can be rolled out for maintenance and rolled back in. It's obviously a large capacity chip conveyor. The guards are movable. These guards, they're like a sliding door. These guards will move back, and you can access the whole rear of the machine for maintenance and or cleaning and or removing of chips if you need to clean everything up, which everybody obviously does. So you can see the height of it is extreme, but it gives you lots of capacity.
Very good.
All right.
Thank you.
Do we need anything else?